Hey, what's up, baseball fans? It's Ken with Ken's Cardboard. I'm doing a video for Psyched on Baseball. He's a super Oakland Athletics fan, and he has a contest going, and so I'm going to put up my entry for his contest. Looking at cards that I haven't looked at in a while from back in the 80s. So here we go. So some of you may remember back in the 80s, a guy named Tom Browning, pitcher for the Reds. Started out with a really pretty good career. Scroll down here. I'm looking on Baseball Reference. He had a 12-year career with 123 wins and 90 losses, a .577 winning percentage. That's pretty good. He also was second in the Rookie of the Year candidate back in 1985. And if you may remember, back in 1988, he had a perfect game, one of the cool pitchers. So back in the 80s, I started to think about these pitchers in the 80s and who could be who could I get autographs from. So I heard about sending cards in through the mail to get an autograph. So Tom Browning was one of the guys that I sent a card to, and I was hoping to get something back from him. So let me see what we got here. And Tom Browning, I thought he had right in the '89. This is the year after he had his perfect game with the Cincinnati Reds. Got a nice autograph on this 1989 Topps card. Tom Browning, decent career. I was a pretty big Reds fan back in the '80s. 1990 was an awesome season where they ended up winning the World Series. Another player from the '80s that was pretty good was a guy named Tim Belcher. You may remember him with the Dodgers. He was originally drafted by the Minnesota Twins back in 1983, I believe, and they could never work out a deal with him, and the Dodgers ended up getting Tim Belcher. The Dodgers always seem to have a knack for getting good pitchers in their minor league system. But anyways, Tim Belcher was ranked. He got third in voting for the Rookie of the Year in 1988. If you remember, that was the year the Dodgers also went to the World Series against the Oakland A's, and they ended up winning that World Series. Tim Belcher had a pretty good season that year. He ended up 12-6 with a 2.91 ERA. The next season, he ended up 15-12 with a 2.82 ERA and had 10 complete games, 8 shutouts. Man, he thought he was going to be the next, Sandy Koufax at that rate, or Nolan Ryan. He had a pretty good career, ended up being 14 years, but he never really had a season better than that. He retired in 2000, and he had a pretty good record, 146-40. Played for many teams like the Dodgers, Royals, Angels, Reds, Mariners, Tigers, and White Sox. So let me show you some of the cards I got through the mail. So as you can see, Tim Belcher, this is a 1985 Topps card here. This is his #1 draft pick card, and got a nice autograph of him on there, blue Sharpie. Nice looking card from '85. It's funny that card says he was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the first selection in 1983 draft, unable to come to terms with the Twins. He was selected by the Yankees in January in 1984 draft. And then he was subsequently chosen by the A's to free agent compensation draft. But then he ended up with the Dodgers, so he kind of really moved around in the minor leagues for being a pretty good pitcher. Really nice autograph that I got through the mail from him. Also, you can look at this 1989 card after the World Series year. You can see that he got the Gold Cup for being the best pitcher in the National League, and got his autograph again on that card. Pretty nice card. The card's not really centered well, but as you can see, got a nice little autograph on there with the Dodgers. Thought he was going to be a superstar, but didn't quite pan out. He had a pretty good major league career, but not Hall of Fame. A third player that I really liked from the 80s was a guy named Cory Schneider. He played for BYU in college, and then he was also on the USA baseball team, and was drafted by the Cleveland Indians. He had a pretty decent career, but it wasn't like Hall of Fame or anything. In 1986, he was fourth in the voting for Rookie of the Year, and he had a 9-year career with 149 home runs. Ended up with a batting average of 247, so that's pretty average for a Major League Baseball player. But at the time, he seemed like he was going to be a superstar. High draft pick. His rookie year ended up with 24 home runs. In the second year, 1987, he had 33 home runs, but after that, it kind of just went downhill. 26 home runs, 18, 14, and so on. He ended up get injured, I think, in 1991 or so. Didn't play a full season then, but anyways, I thought he was a great player back in the 80s, and so I thought I would see if I can get his autograph as well. So I'll show you some of the cards I got back from him through the mail. Cory Schneider played for BYU, but then he was also on the USA baseball team, 1985 Topps USA baseball team card, same set that team that Mark McGwire was on, but it got a nice Cory Schneider autograph down there. I also got this card back from Cory Schneider signed. This is a 1987 Topps Gold Cup card again. As you can see, he had a pretty good rookie season, so he played shortstop and outfield. But he was supposed to be a great player, so thought I should get his autograph. I still have them. Haven't looked at these cards in a while. One of the cards that I got through the mail was probably my favorite card, one of my favorite players growing up. A lot of people's favorite players. A guy named Will the Thrill Clark. Look at that card. Nice little autograph on Will Clark. Thought he was a great player. Was hoping he would make the Hall of Fame someday, but didn't quite have a long enough career and kind of fizzled out when he went to St. Louis. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and go Rockies.